Sample. Should be that one. Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Let's bring that down. There. All right, you should be able to hear me now, Shakila. There we go. Should be that one. Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Let's bring that down. There. All right, you should be able to hear me now. Okay. Shakila. So basically, I'm testing my system so that I can do live streams and make videos this way, but also so that I can talk about the when you create a wallet with XRP. Did you have any kind of questions? So basically, I'm testing my system so that I can do live streams and make videos this way, but also so that I can talk about the when you create a wallet with XRP. Did you have any kind of questions? So basically, I'm just making I'm actually not sure why it's playing around in a loop like that. Oh well, we'll close that up. All right, cool. So I guess I'll start from the beginning since everything was quiet and couldn't hear anything. But so I'm the Unbroken Asset. I'm your Unbroken Asset, and I'm talking about XRP and when you create a wallet. If you create a private wallet, which you should be creating a private wallet, you want to make sure that your crypto is off an exchange. XRP, any of the ISO 20022 cryptos, which are XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, and Algorand. You want to be taking your cryptos off the platform as soon as you possibly can. And as we see with Celsius, well, you can end up in a situation where an exchange or a lending platform freezes all of your assets and you have no access to them whatsoever. So with XRP, when you're creating a wallet, it costs you 10 XRP. It originally used to cost 20, but there was a vote and they reduced the cost down to 10. So it takes 10 XRP in order to create a wallet, in software wallet or with a hardware wallet like Ledger, the Trezor, or the Descent wallet. I know there's a few other ones that I don't know anything about because I only really deal with the three main ones. So when you create a wallet, it costs you 10 XRP, which means, for example, you're going to take 15 XRP, you're going to move it into a private wallet on the Ledger. It's going to show that you have 14.99. When it shows you that you have 14.99, it looks like everything's fine. But when you go to sell that XRP, or if you want to transfer it onto an exchange so that you can trade with it, you only have 4.99 to move off of that wallet. That's because the cost of the wallet is 10 XRP. Now, why would people, you realize that you're going to have 10 XRP locked up. It's a one-time fee. It maintains your wallet. There's a chance that the platform might reduce the cost. So there might be some kind of vote that reduced the cost down to 1 XRP. Could you imagine, let's say XRP goes down to, goes up to $500 or $1,000, which it will, I believe, in the future. When it goes to $500 or when it goes to $1,000, it's going to cost you $5,000 or $10,000 in order to create a wallet. So there's a chance that there might be a new vote that reduced the cost to create a wallet, or to slow down congestion, they might keep the cost the same. Now, a question might arise like, okay, why would somebody want to create multiple wallets in the first place? One reason for me is I'd want to have a wallet on each platform. So I'd want to have one on Ledger, Trezor, Decent. I might want to have one on an Exodus software wallet or a Zum software wallet. So that is one good reason for me. Another reason you might want to do it is because you want to keep your wallets separate so you know when you purchased your XRP. So, for example, I know someone that decided to create about 37 different wallets on Uphold in order to keep track of when they purchased their XRP. The reason you do that is because when it comes to taxes in the United States, if you hold your crypto for more than a year, then it only costs you capital gains tax. Income tax is much more expensive, and if you sell or trade your XRP, which counts as selling in the United States, then it costs you more it'll cost you your regular income taxes, which could also increase your income tax bracket. So in order to get the benefit of the lower cost of having taxes, your capital gains taxes, and getting the lower percentage, you want to keep track of your wallets and make sure that that it's more than a year that you held your crypto. So it's purely for tax reasons. But after all of that and understanding all of that, I'm wondering how many people initially purchased or created multiple wallets, not realizing that they were going to lose access, because this person that had 37 wallets has already locked up 370 XRP. I mean, that's going to be a big chunk of change when XRP is worth a lot more money. And I can only imagine once it's worth $500 to $1,000. At this point, it doesn't really matter because XRP is what, like 30 to 32 cents. I have it right now at 3.17. So it doesn't really matter much right now, but eventually it might. Like I said, potentially they can lower the cost. That'll be cool. That means that it unlocks funds if you created multiple wallets. But until then, you don't want to create a bunch of wallets and only buy yourself like 300 XRP. You create a bunch of wallets to separate it out and then not realize that you're going to be locking up a bunch of funds. But other than that, that was pretty much what this video was going to be about. I wanted to know if anybody else created multiple wallets, if they knew about the fee, and if they tried to cash out and realized that they had XRP locked up. And but I mean, that's pretty much all this stream was going to be about. If there's any thing you wanted to talk about, Shaquila, then I'm more than happy to answer questions. But this was more so a test and a video to kind of do a live stream for the first time. Oh, and thank you for helping me. I didn't realize my mic wasn't working. Yeah, no, thank you. I hope this is a video that will help a lot of people who may or may not know the cost of creating wallets and what it's going to mean in the future. Because once XRP becomes, I don't know, what kind of cryptos are you into? What do you hold? What are you looking forward to? Are you going to be staking? I intend to personally, so XRP is one of my biggest holdings, but I also like XDC, I like VeChain, and Cytherium is one of the big ones I'm looking at. So I'm excited for that one. It's it dropped down to like 9/10 of a cent, and I bought a few of those, so I was pretty happy about that. And then XRP, I'm waiting to see if we get down to 15 cents. That'll be pretty cool to be able to buy down there again, if we can get down there again. Everything was kind of green today, so I'm XRP, XLM, Ethereum, Shiba, and VeChain. I see what are you most bullish on, would you say? Like, which one of your cryptos do you have the most faith in? Do you watch Crypto Hulk at all? I know for myself, I watch like um, Blockchain Backer, Crypto Inspirations. Who else? Crypto Hulk, and I know he's been kind of switching around to other platforms. Um, I used to watch Digital Asset Investor quite a bit, and then who else? I mean, that's pretty much it. Brad Kimes, I forget what his channel's called. Yeah, XRP is my biggest holding. XRP, I want to get a bunch of XDC. That'll be cool. I would love to have his channel. Oh, Crypto Hulk? Yeah. His channel is pretty good. I wanted to make something kind of similar to his. Mine's maybe a little bit more mellow. I wanted to create a community very similar to his. I think he creates pretty great content. So, and it's very streamlined. It's very like I want to cover articles as well. So that's kind of my idea here. What was the other channel? I forget. I used to watch a lot of Moon Lambo, but his channel kind of got a little repetitive on some things. Not that it was necessarily bad, just repetitive. Do you reckon the banks... Sorry, this... for some reason, let me pop it out and see if it looks better. There we go. That looks a little better. Why does it cut it off like that? Reckon the banks will come after XRP holders. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do, actually. I think so I think the banks will definitely come after XRP holders, or at least I think it's potentially we're going to see the government come after XRP holders. Not as an attack, but I think we might end up seeing a gold buyback type of situation. So I think they'll try to get us to sell off our XRP. Potentially we'll get grandfathered in, but I think that's kind of pie in the sky kind of hopes, I think we're more likely to get to a point where XRP is seen as systemically important. And I think we've kind of been pushing more and more toward that over the last couple of weeks. I think the last couple of weeks have been very interesting, especially. So first off, we had the UST situation, which gave, they already said, gave, like, I believe her name's Janet Yellen, much more teeth to be able to come in and try to regulate as much as they possibly can into the crypto. And obviously they don't care about things like Bitcoin. They don't care about Ethereum, Dogecoin, Shiba, all that stuff, because they know that that's hype. So with those platforms, you're going to end, they're letting them talk about it like crazy. They're advertising it on the news like crazy. You got influencers out there talking about them a lot. So I think if anything, banks will try to buy out people, and this, especially right now, this whole shakeout situation, I think they're taking advantage of it as much as possible. They're buying as much as they can. They're dropping the price more. I do think like this is kind of pre-planned, strategic dropping of the market in order to prepare for, because I do think we're in the last stages of this transition to crypto taking over just all of finance. I think we are in the last stages of them implementing the ISO 20022, which is going to allow, I don't know if you know, what happens with there's an ISO standard already for currencies, USD, Bhutan's money, Europe's, what is it? Japan's money, Australia's money, so AUS or whatever, or AUD, whatever their letters are. So there's already letters for that. That's all set up in the ISO standard. The ISO 20022 just makes it where cryptocurrency now has their 3-letter symbol that also will interface with currencies. So banks will officially be able to recognize it in their systems. And once that happens, it's going to be insane. There's going to be a boost in cryptocurrency as a whole. The problem is that some currencies like Bitcoin, I believe their letters cross with like Bhutan's money. There's a few cryptos that share the same 3 letters. So there, in some way, they're going to have to shift that to make it where it complies, because every country, basically, for example, the United States dollar, USD, you have normally it starts with the first 2 letters being the country's letters, so United States, and then D for their currency. So every other currency pretty much follows that same kind of system. Cryptocurrency kind of just follows whatever name, you know. You got Ethereum, ETH, which I don't think any countries you have to worry about it crossing there. But some countries or some cryptocurrencies, their letters are either exactly the same or very close to a country code. So the ISO 20022 is going to streamline that and make official codes for cryptocurrencies. So we might see some cryptos' letters change in order to comply with the new system and be able to be used by banks. And I think once that happens, I don't think it's going to be really an attack. I think banks are going to start consuming more crypto, and because they're able to sell it, they're going to increase the cost. What's the best way to... For some reason, my on this page, there we go. I wasn't able to stretch it out so I could read all the text, and it's getting on my nerves. I figured it out. All right. So what's the best way to cash out XRP when held in Ledger? Well, there's nothing wrong with holding your... Hold on, let me bring my mic down because I'm sure it's peaking. There's nothing wrong with holding your crypto on the Ledger platform at all. So I would keep holding it on a Ledger, a Decent, a Trezor. Even if you have a software wallet and that's all you can use, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you wanted to cash out, which eventually, if you don't plan on staking and you want to cash out, the best way to cash out, you're still going to have to go through an exchange. So So basically, I was explaining that to a couple of my friends. When it comes to your cryptocurrency, you still are going to go through an exchange to cash out. So this is the interesting thing about banks, right? So banks are going to cause the value to go up. Why? Because they have to be FDIC insured, right? So are they going to eat the cost of FDIC of that insurance? No, they're going to make you eat the cost, or whoever the consumer is that's trying to buy crypto from them. And I'm sure you've already heard this on Crypto Hulk, but when they're FDIC insured, that means that the cost of crypto or the value of crypto shoots up immediately because banks are going to sell it at a premium. If banks are selling it at a premium inside of their own network, the question is, will they allow you to self-custodian your crypto when you buy it from them, or will they hold it inside of their own banking system? If they hold it inside of their own system and you own your XRP outside the system in your own private wallet, the ledger will still allow you, the XRP ledger will still allow you to trade it around, right? So you can either give it to someone directly and use it, because at some point we'll actually be able to use it as regular currency instead of having to exchange it into dollars in order to use it as currency, which means that you won't have to deal with converting it or selling it. You can just use it as currency itself. that gets rid of that whole tax burden. I mean, not financial advice, do your own research, but you know, it's something interesting to think about. So if you can use it as currency instead of having to worry about it being a digital asset that you have to convert into currency, that just opens a ton more doors. So, but if you do need to convert, the only way you're going to be able to convert, you would go to an exchange. From the exchange, you would convert from XRP into whatever, into one of the stable coins. And most platforms, as long as you convert into any of the stable coins, you can turn that into dollars. So the way that I've done it before is I convert into like UST or USDC. I'm sorry, USDT or USDC. And then from there, you should be able to, you can click withdraw and it'll ask you if you want to withdraw into a bank account, depending on the exchange. So then you put that withdrawal order in, it goes into your, eventually it'll say that it's going to complete the transaction, and you might have to wait a couple of days for it to show up in your bank account. But that's how you do it. Yeah, that did seem like a more confusing thing. I've had a few people ask me, how do you eventually cash out your crypto? I'm really excited to see what VeChain's going to do. Have you been accumulating anything while everything is so cheap? Yeah, my pleasure. I want my channel to be very educational. That's why I was playing the sound. I found it. Thank you. Just a little bit. Yeah. I'm in the same. I actually started driving Uber and Lyft to accumulate a little bit more while everything's so cheap. Yeah. Had some very interesting conversations talking about NFTs and the future of like the blue check mark, you know, the status symbol of owning certain things, but also representing real assets like houses and cars, businesses, how eventually identification is going to be wrapped into an NFT, how they're talking about having voting on the blockchain. You know, this technology in blockchain is going to revolutionize just about every space. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I want it to be. I want people to be able to ask questions, and if I don't know, I'll look it up, you know? You know what I want to do? Let me see if I can, since you're here first, if you know, I will go here and to YouTube. Let's see if I can. I appreciate you watching while I, you know, practice and get used to live streaming. I appreciate that. This actually went much smoother than I thought it would. I don't feel any like you have to keep up with everything, but you know, if you do come in on my lives, appreciate your assistance. But if you didn't have any other things you wanted to ask about or talk about, I think I'm about to. Oh, wow. Looks like we have someone else here. Welcome. I should have turned on the low latency mode. I wasn't even planning on having anyone here while I just put out a live stream and did it organically, like you said. Any questions from my two viewers? Anything about the space? But like I was saying, NFTs are going to be real interesting. I'm confident. I got to go to work here in the UK, but I'll catch you. Yeah. I hope work goes smooth for you today. I'm not sure if I was planning on going into, and it is tomorrow for me, so I plan on going to work today, but I think because of Juneteenth, we have the day off, so I'm not sure. But yeah, take care. Have a good day at work. I think that's about gonna cover it. So yeah, I created this video just to discuss what the actual cost of creating a XRP wallet is. It's definitely advantageous to have your own hardware wallets, preferably. I mean, you can have a software wallet, but hardware wallets are better. It just gives you that extra layer of security. And even if somebody gets a hold of your hardware wallet, if they try to put in your PIN 3 times on most of them, they'll reset and they won't have access. As long as they don't have your 24 words, your crypto is secure. As we've seen on different exchanges, people have had their crypto stolen, people have had their funds blocked for whatever reason, the platform, government direction, or because one of the exchanges becomes insolvent. And we see with Celsius, they're completely blocking transactions. So storing your own crypto, extremely important. Highly recommend. But, you know, it's up to you. It's not financial advice. Do your own research on that. But there are benefits to having a hardware wallet and a software wallet. I'll give it like another minute in case my other viewer wants to ask a question, and then if not, we will get out of here. Okay. So thank you for being with me. I am your unbroken asset. My name is Steven. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you have anything you would like me to talk about later on in a video or in a live stream. I want to start having regular live streams, at least one. I want to actually preferably do like 3 a week. And if they really start taking off, I'd like to do one every day. We'll try to cover different articles that come up in the news because some seem very interesting for the future of the crypto space. It's not all just about, you know, what's going on as far as laws, but innovation in the crypto space and which cryptos or what platforms are going to be potentially shaping the future, because I'm sure there's going to be things where it's very similar to YouTube in the metaverse and stuff like that. And I'm curious to see what stuff comes out. But until next time, I'll see you in the next video.